when you reduce somebody, or when you say like, hey, you belong here, trust me, I know this better for you, you're stripping away a level of that person's humanity, you know. And I think listening to you guys talk through stuff, like, it's part of the solution to homelessness too, you know.
Totally.
Keeping people in their homes, preventing that like initial homelessness in the first place. It's all part of the spectrum that keeps us all interconnected, I think.
Yeah. It's like kind of like the idea of like everybody deserves to have certain levels. I think I've seen videos of people even offering like people like haircuts or things that like you
Yeah.
take for granted, but it's just like, hey, this is like a level of like personal hygiene that every human being should be able to access.
Yeah.
And also it changes how that person shows up and can contribute to their own life.
Totally.
Like if they are have access to that level of
Yeah.
like
Right.
personal kind of care.
Right, and it's like choice, you know, like you mentioned. I think when I think of myself, like, right, if when I'm getting older, I want to cook the meals that I love.
Yeah.
Like, I want to walk around my block that is familiar to me, and go to my favorite cafe down the road. And I think all of that just gets so much harder if you're not at the home that you've lived in, or if you're kind of placed somewhere else. So I think sometimes the social programs, or with underserved populations, whether it's people who are unhoused or
Yeah.
older adults, we kind of just lose that like autonomy and choice piece. So we're really trying to focus on that.
It also like eliminates the history. You know what I mean? Like you were talking about like the recipes, but even just the staying in that same physical space where like maybe you raised your kids, you know, maybe you fell in love with someone,
Right.
you know. Yeah, it's just when you create those barriers, it's almost inevitable that the individual's personhood starts to fall away. I think it's really dangerous for a human.
Yeah, I actually we were talking earlier. We had some people on talking about like spirituality, and they were even saying like it feels like elderly people specifically are kind of like considered an afterthought sometimes for even when people create like community like spaces or like things to do. So it's just like keeping them in the conversation and knowing like, hey, these people still like have needs and we should be paying attention is important.